Alright, what's going on, y'all? People of YouTube and what have you. So, Tekken Twitter. They sent out a post, a little tweet today, talking about the patch 1.5 in Tekken 8. They were going to address some issues that was found by the players. Now, this, when you read this, is kind of an issue already because, as you know, players have been responsible for a whole bunch of nonsense that has happened in Tekken already. But I digress. So if we continue now, I'm going to go ahead and read this off for you. So, in Fighters, in patch 1.5, we will address issues that are often brought up by our players. Some characters aren't able to fully showcase their unique strengths in Tekken 8. Characters like Kazuya, Paul, and Raven will be buffed. Yeah, you read that right. Buffed to make them more relevant. Now, I'm not really sure who the person is that is in control of Tekken Twitter, but Paul may be on the lower end of usage of these three guys, but Kazuya and Raven are the most relevant characters that have been on the online space for quite a while now. Of course, because all the Mishima boys like to throw electrics and demon paws and all that shit. And Ravens with their newfound jutsus that they keep throwing all across the screen, so of course they are as relevant as your hand. But when it says characters like, that means they're possibly going to buff more than these three. So what that could possibly mean is you're gonna have an entire roster of gigantic body-built characters that are just gonna be plowing each other with meteor strikes and fucking hellscape fucking bullets, and it's gonna be insane. And it says, additionally, some nerfs from previous patches will be readjusted to broaden the scope of gameplay. This is very confusing because it means that what it sounds to me like, the patches that you've implemented already, you're trying to adjust them as if they were bad. Well, of course, yeah. If you could readjust the one with Azucena, that'd be neat. But this is for the sake of Azu players because I believe she got bullied the worst out of the entire thing. Zafina got great buffs, which is good for her, but the rest, they barely got any changes that'll just impact them. But yeah, Azucena got hoed. Alright, so move on to this. Some moves and combos are disproportionately strong, which is true. In addition to character moves, adjustments, heat dashes, throws, and stage gimmicks, will see their damage scaling recalibrated. So basically, they're just trying to scale the damage down because this game, with the heat and some characters having hard tornado spin like Dragunov and Brian, a Fang with their heavy tail spin moves, that adds on to the damage. Yeah, so I would say adjusting the damage would help the game out a lot more, because just sitting in front of the character and getting chipped down, first of all, chip damage, and then getting hit by something, and then you get to the wall and you're practically dead, that's not exactly a fun game to play when you can't really play. So if they could tone down the damage, that'd be good for people. Yeah. Aggressiveness is a bit too rewarding. This has been said from early on, that aggressive, they even spelled aggressive. Who is in charge of Tekken Twitter? Anyway, yeah, aggressiveness in Tekken 8 is something that I do not like. Me being a player that likes to switch between aggressive and defensive is kind of frowned upon in Tekken 8 because it does not reward defensive gameplay. It rewards people headbutting the controller and possibly like nutshotting themselves in the act of getting a heat engager off or the rage art. So, all for aggressiveness, yeah. That's the name of the game, Namco. But now you're trying to adjust it, which is good in itself, but I feel like it's not going to be adjusted in a way that's going to be sustainable. But we'll see. Or they will see. Whoever else is playing the game will see. Yeah, making it hard to defend yourself for sure. Wall staggers from heat dashes will be removed, and the damage of heat bursts and throws will be nerfed. So basically, that's talking about like new tactics. So if a person gets hit with a heat burst or heat dash, and they hit a wall while they're blocking, they're gonna get hit and they slump down. You know, new tactics that they put in Tekken 7. So that's not going to happen anymore, which is cool, which means you won't be plus infinity into another mix-up. But the thing about the throws being nerfed, that's very vague, because it says the damage of the heat. Yeah, so they're lowering the damage of throws, but they're not removing the homing throws. So you didn't really do what you're supposed to with the throws. You're just dumbing down damage and just working around the other issues. Classic Namco. Lovely. Alright. While significant balance adjustments were made in patch 1.4 and will be made in patch 1.5, similar large-scale adjustments will not happen during the remainder of Season 1. Patches from July onward will focus on fixing unintended move behaviors and bug fixing. So basically what they're saying here is, what we have here, what they're going to do, that's going to be it. And everything else they did not include, bye-bye. Kiss to the wind. Alright, so for all the people that's still playing Tekken 8, I hope you're prepared for the thundercloud that's about to form. This game, and this is a lot of people realizing this. I've been scouring Twitter and seeing a lot of posts saying like, dude, I'm totally done with this game. It's too much. It's crazy. There's too much crude humor from the devs, just trolling with bad adjustments, not nerfing correctly, and just nerfing weird things. Yeah, so I hope you guys are ready for what's about to happen. Me personally, I stopped playing Tekken a week ago, and it's going to continue. It's funny that all this stuff is happening, and Lydia didn't even get a chance to come out yet. So, yeah, the only way, me personally, the only way that I'm ever going to reinstall Tekken 8 or even consider looking in his direction is if the final character, if it's not the next character, the final character that will be DLC is a Muay Thai character, kickboxing. So like Josie, Bruce, Fakum Lam, or somebody else they create that really signifies the essence of Muay Thai or kickboxing. Not no Brian, freaking cyborg bastard with the crazy hairline. No. He's been there forever. I'm talking about legit kickboxing, not some flaming knees or flaming punches. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We need some authenticity in here. So if it's one of those three for kickboxer or Muay Thai, I'd be okay with that. Maybe I'll consider downloading the game again. But as it seems now, you Tekken folk, yeah, y'all in some trouble. But hey, let me know what you think, because I think there's gonna be, you guys are gonna be in for a world of hurt, and it's not gonna be funny. I actually feel sorry for some people that really take this game seriously and want to achieve something like I used to want. But again, crude humor, as the devs has brought onto us for all these months. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Elden Ring's looking really good. Can't wait for that DLC. All right, peace.